Den Weg verbannte Uforsach, die Söhnens Büt in Nattewach, die Dwemme Obenbaue, weil Doen will verwahren.
My name is Esther Johansson, and I'm the sole remaining survivor of the flyers. You know, those cleaning ladies that were picked up by company buses in the mornings and sent out to the places where they were most needed. Tonight is the 1st of April 2005. And every 1st of April, the flyers always used to get together to celebrate the national dinner. You see, on the 1st of April 1951, the company decided to celebrate its first 50 years in business. And they came up with a novel idea of doing it too. They sent every employee a cardboard box full of food and a party speech by C.L. David, the chairman. My Axel was one of the first night watchmen. He used to look after all the properties and the businesses of the rich folk in Copenhagen. Of course, the company wasn't called ISS back then. He was so handsome in his uniform. Axel used to keep himself awake on his night rounds by singing. He had a lovely voice. Anyway, the company did really well after that. After a few years, they employed 100 night watchmen. Then along came the Great Depression. So many people out of work. But we were so lucky with our chairman, Mr. C.L. David. He really cared about people. And he managed to get the customers to pay extra for the services they were getting. And all the extra money went to the night watchman. I met him once, you know. He gave me my cleaning diploma when I graduated from the company cleaning school back in 1943. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, I joined the company in 1934, and it was Chief Executive Philip Sorensen who got the idea of adding cleaning services. Oh, he was an entrepreneur, that Philip Sorensen, and the idea of cleaning made a lot of sense because the night watchman didn't finish until 4 in the morning and the office staff didn't come in until 8. So, by offering cleaning, customers could always be sure that there was someone working around the buildings, keeping an eye on things. Axel was against me working, of course. He said he was the breadwinner and that a woman's place was in the home. It was only when I told him it would mean more money that he finally gave in. Of course, we just couldn't clean the way we did at home. We had to clean the new scientific way. I didn't need any experts telling me how to clean. I've been cleaning all my life, but silly me. Their way of cleaning turned out to be much easier, so I've been cleaning that way ever since, even at home. Then came the Second World War. Denmark was occupied. We ran short on everything from soap to cloths. We even had to use our old underwear as rags for the cleaning. Of course, it was much worse for other people. The Germans took over our offices and we were cleaning buildings they occupied, including the building where they imprisoned people from the Danish resistance. I resisted in my own little way too, you know, even though it went against my principles. But I made sure that there was plenty of dust around after I'd finished cleaning. Those were hard years, but we had Gerda Bull and she did what she could to help. She was the health visitor hired by the company. She took up our social conditions with the company and got extra money for widowers. She even helped set up a fund for the sick and arranged child benefits, loans, and even holidays for people who hadn't been on holiday for 20 years. Did I tell you that we invented the first mechanical floor polisher? With Mr. Sorensen running the company, it wasn't more customers we needed. The real problem was finding enough cleaners, and that's why they were looking for a way to make us more efficient. Rationalisation, they called it. They invented all kinds of cleaning equipment after that. Floor mops, cleaning trolleys, new cleansing agents. In the 60s, the company hired a new chief executive, Paul Andreasen, PA we used to call him. PA had travelled all over the world. He spent lots of time in America finding out how they did things over there. Before we knew where we were cleaning planes and Copenhagen Airport. Factories, machinery, trains, ferries, and police stations. And not just cleaning either. We changed mats and linen at businesses. And then we were doing catering. A lot of women were angry that they were made to do women's work. Not that I disagreed with them, but what else could an old cleaning lady do? PA appointed women executives, you know. Good job my Axel wasn't around to see that. He was always on the move, buying companies and opening new offices, like the one in Brazil, and even in England and America. I could hardly recognise ISS anymore, but I still liked my job, so I stayed on, although I'd stopped cleaning in 1965. They were happy for me to stay, you see, so I helped out at the canteen. And when I retired, I'd been with the company 50 years. The company threw a big party for me, and I got to speak to PA, who presented me with a gift and a bouquet of flowers and congratulated me on my 50 years with the company. We chatted about the company and how much it had changed in my time, mostly for the better. Things were starting up in America then. America? Can you imagine? That turned out to be quite a challenge. The Americans. Good thing we had more luck in other parts of the world. In 1986, most of us bought shares in the company, and everyone said that ISS shares were a good investment. I lost touch with the other flyers after that, but I'm lucky. I've got my granddaughter Jane. She works for the company now. A proud family tradition. Jane keeps me up to date. Jane's not a cleaner though. She's a top manager. She's got a degree in top management from the ISS University. She's worked for the company all over the world. Left the company, ISS was a big international cleaning company with almost 150,000 people. Then everything changed all over again. We became a service giant, doing all kinds of services for private and public companies. Lots of new ideas we'd never thought of before, like the idea the French came up with of looking after customers' gardens and mowing lawns and taking care of buildings. The company more than tripled the turnover. It employs more than 275,000 people now, all over the world. I'm sorry, I have to go now. Jane's flying off to Australia for the company tomorrow. That's why we're having a quiet evening together, just the two of us.
It's gut auf Herzit